I know that when we stand in that octagon again, I'm going to go right at you and I'm going to fight your ass just like I did last time. And this time, I'm not going to tire. I'm not going to let you hold me against the fence. I'm going to be in your face pressing you, trying to rip your head off every second of that fight. Now, I know you like to sit there on your high horse, but I'm telling you right now, this is my life and I'm willing to die to beat you. Because as I've said many times, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve this.
I'm bitter.
I will show you that you don't deserve this. I'm not bitter at all. But you don't deserve this. I will die to beat you. Know that.
All right. Be prepared to do that.
Oh, you know this gonna be good.
Hey, that's that locker room talk right there.
This was locker room talk.
Hey, that's that locker room talk right there.
This was locker room talk.
I watched Francis Ngannou fight the lineal heavyweight champion of the world to a split decision. Guys, make no mistake about it. And I will tell you this, and I believe this with 100% of myself, everything I hold to be true in my life. Francis Ngannou is the baddest man on the planet. 100%, 1,000%. And we always call the heavyweight champ the baddest man on the planet. And it's usually the MMA guy that is the baddest man on the planet. That's why when Tyson Fury started to call John Jones out and everything, I was saying how he could not beat John Jones in an actual fight. Francis Ngannou proved tonight that he is the baddest man on the planet. Why? Because he was the heavyweight champion of the UFC. And tonight he fought the lineal heavyweight champion of the world to a split decision. Tyson Fury could not fight Francis Ngannou in mixed martial arts in the way that Francis fought Tyson in boxing. There's no way a fight between any boxer and the UFC heavyweight champion in mixed martial arts goes to that type of decision. It was the most impressive performance I've ever seen for a guy outside of their realm of expertise.
Bones is the heavyweight champ. So how you just gonna say he's the baddest man? You's a hater, man. Like, you's a hater for real. You know you's a hater. You's a hater. You probably gonna have a fake account so you can respond to the video. A video that only probably gonna have like 30 views, the most in a year. And you probably gonna create a fake account just so you can respond. You's a hater, and you know you's a hater. It's because of your wrestling, and you is bigger than me, you heavier than me. That's the only reason you got me. That's the only reason you got me. But I would still say to your face, my boy, you's a hater, trying to crown another man just because that man beat you and make you feel like he took something from your career. You was bad too, man. You was nice with it. You didn't play them games. Once you was in that ring, you did what you did. Like, that would never be taken from you. But you went against the baddest man in the world. Bones is another kind of man. He's a bad man. So for you to try to take his crown to give it to another man, you's a funny man for that. And you know that too. That's the worst part. He know he funny style for that. I don't understand why men do that. Why do you feel you gotta undermine people just so you can feel better about yourself? Don't you feel like a loser when you do that? He's a loser. And it's like, I don't understand why some people choose that option. Like, I want to be a loser. Like, why does that make you feel better? It makes no sense. But come on, Cormier, you's a hater for that, man. You know Bones is the baddest man on earth. But at the end of the day, though, Tyson Fury felt like he fought the baddest man on earth. But Cormier, you is a hater, my boy. You still a bad man yourself. And I will allow my sons to watch your matches because, like I said, you did your thizzle. So they will watch. There's things you did that was just impressive. Like, you just went in that ring and sometimes it felt like you had no fear. But when you went against the baddest man in the world, it seemed like all you had was fear, to keep it real.
See, I got to take a different take on this because there's a reason why DC does not acknowledge John Jones. It's not because he beat him. It's because of the simple fact that DC said in the past he will never recognize John Jones as the best fighter or the baddest man on the planet, simply on the fact that John Jones was caught with PEDs not once, not twice, but 3 times, my boy. And on top of that, one time he was caught with cocaine in his system. So one of the times that he got hit with the PEDs was after he beat DC. So think about that. That man is going to hold a grudge against him for beating him because he feel like he cheated.
You say George St. Pierre. What if I said John Bones Jones?
You see, that's
what if I said that?
There are nothing that is attached to the name in terms of suspensions, performance enhancers. These are
Okay.
all
All
athletes.
right, so we want to do drugs. Okay, fine.
I make a conscious attempt not to put anyone with anything against their name. Anderson got caught with some bad sex enhancement pills, and so like that's exactly. I'm putting nobody with anything attached to their name.
I don't know about those things.
That's me, right? That's me. You know,
That's a forgivable offense. That's a forgivable offense, okay?
If you're in an event going toe-to-toe against somebody and they use PEDs or some type of steroids, are you going to really feel that they beat you? Are you actually going to acknowledge them? No, you're going to feel they cheated. And people could say, well, John Jones have the skills, so how could the steroids or the PEDs play a role? Well, if you're telling me that I can train harder and recoup quicker, which means I could work on my stamina, and let's face it, when you're in the trenches, while your legs is wobbling, you and your opponent, and you know you're tired, while their legs are wobbling, you looking at it as opportunity is knocking because you built yourself up to be able to go longer, go stronger, go faster. Why? Because the PEDs allow you to go harder and recoup faster. So if you have that in your system going into the fight, of course you have an advantage. So I'm not mad at DC for not acknowledging him. Heck, if that was me, I would not acknowledge John Jones either. So in his case, he's looking at what Ngannou did, and he's like, yo, that's the baddest mofo on the planet for how he handled himself in a boxing ring, which he never, ever had a professional fight in. But if Tyson Fury stepped in the octagon, he would get destroyed. He would get dismantled. I wouldn't be surprised if he got destroyed in under a minute. But hey, you heard my talk. You heard June's talk. Now let's hear your talk on the matter. But don't call it locker room talk. Holla at your boy.
Hey, that's that locker room talk right there.
This was Locker Room Talk.
Hey, that's that locker room talk right there.
This was Locker Room Talk.